Hey, this is Matt. Once again, welcome back to the video. This is a paid request for Bronson. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. Do have a Cash App as well. Links are down below in the info box. I'll get to it as soon as I can. For those who sent them, thank you. I really do appreciate it. It could be any topic, reaction, commentary, review, re-review, thoughts, commentaries, streams, tier list rankings, whatever the case, I'll get to it as soon as I can. And this is for, he wanted my thoughts on my top 3 favorite Joe Pesci movies or performances. This is a bit tough because, okay, if you're asking me my favorite Joe Pesci performance, it would be his character Leo Getz, which got 3 movies, Lethal Weapon 2, 3, and 4. He's such a spitfire in Lethal Weapon 2. Whatever you need, Leo Getz. They fucked you to drive you. First they did you, then they fucked you. That's such a great monologue that is memorable to this day. And you see just kind of him in part 3 and part 4 become more and more part of the family. Even that nice bit in part 4 where, hey, you looked out for me when you didn't have to. And yeah, it's that nice moment with Mel Gibson trying to relate to him. So I would say that's my favorite character Joe Pesci has played. And of course he got his character in Goodfellas, which hell, he won an Oscar for it. What, do I amuse you? What do you mean by funny? How am I funny? And he's done a good job in Casino and Easy Money with Rodney Dangerfield. So it's a bit hard to think of like my top 3 favorite films or stuff with him in it. But I picked these 3. Number 1, I picked Harry from Home Alone. Because Harry and Marv, to me, is what really helps that film be what it is. Macaulay Culkin does a good job. Has a great sense of the Christmas spirit. But I don't think if you had Harry and Marv the way they were, and the way Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern, how they worked together, how they reacted to the traps, the pain that they showed, the fun banter they had with each other, I really do not think that film, or its sequel, are as successful as it got. That was, in a way, Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern were such a great comedy team that they really made that work. Just as much as I liked the film before the stuff happens with the traps, it's the traps and the way those two react. And Joe Pesci, the fact he's saying this gibberish because he can't curse, just makes it that much funnier. The bits of, Marv, what are you doing? Marv. And Daniel Stern's trying to get the spider and hits Joe Pesci. Ooh, how you like that, you jerk? I know people say, well, why don't you just put Lethal Weapon 2 as number 1? I like Lethal Weapon 2, but I actually like Lethal Weapon 1 and 3 more. I do like Lethal Weapon 2. The thing with Lethal Weapon 2 that was always weird to me is that it has this weird shift in tone that I could kind of see the Richard Donner and then Shane Black kind of the studio kind of that fight with each other, where Shane Black wanted a much darker film. But I think like Richard Donner studio wanted a different type. And you tell like they're fighting with each other. And while I like the film, I just think the first film and the third film have a more consistent tone. Because you have the fun beginning with Mel and Danny. Oh yeah, you know. And Danny's like, oh my god, come on, let's go, woo! And then you have the very funny Leo Getz character. But then you have like all their fellow officers just being slaughtered again and again and again. And then Mel's new girlfriend gets killed and found drowned. And then you find out these guys killed his wife. And then the finale's pretty dark with the fight and the stab in the leg. And then Mel almost dies because he was supposed to die in the film, but then they changed it. So he got shot like more times than 50 Cent, but he lived. But now it's back to fun, and they're laughing, and they're cheered down. So I like Lethal Weapon 2, but that weird kind of roll. Yeah, that's why some people liked it, I'm sure. But to me, there are exceptions, but I do prefer a bit more consistent. There are exceptions where I do like that, but I don't know. Lethal Weapon 1 and 3 I always like more, but I do like 2. But that's why it's not on the list. I didn't character-wise, Leo gets, yes. But Home Alone number 1, and then number 2 I put My Cousin Vinny. This is a film I saw much later in life, and I loved the character. My favorite bit is he just goes up and goes, everything that guy just said is bullshit. Thank you. It just leaves. And just how, like, he's trying to find out a good lawyer. It's just the way he does things. And these 2 Utes. What's a Ute? Yo, 2 Utes. That's a film I saw much later in life. And then when I did, I thought it was very enjoyable. So, I had to put that on the list. Very fun. And from what I understand, lawyers say, while not 100% accurate, that's actually one of the more accurate movies in terms of being a lawyer and the law, like how it works. Apparently, so, which is pretty ironic. It's like a sillier comedy, and yet it's able to do that. So, plus, as if it was cool to see Ralph Macchio in a different role other than Karate Kid, and it's an entertaining film, My Cousin Vinny. And number 3, I put The Super. I put The Super because I think that's a bit underrated. It didn't do well when it came out. No one really talked about the film. It's still on DVD. In fact, I still have the DVD, and it hasn't been opened. Because I just haven't had time to watch it and stuff. And I don't know, part of me is like, should I just sell the thing? Because it's an unopened DVD, but with the way eBay is, I probably wouldn't be worth it anyway. But I have it over there. I'll get it real quick. Why not? 1 second. But The Super, I like the premise of a superintendent of this building, but the building's such a shithole. People complain about it, so he is forced to live in his bumhouse apartment until he gets it better. And what's funny enough, I didn't even buy it. Like, I'll show it. So here's where it is. Now, what's funny is I did not buy it at Walmart. This was at this place called Stuff Etc. And that tells you around the time I bought it. Because pretty much people would get rid of their stuff. And then if people buy it, the idea is that if people unload a bunch of stuff and a lot of their stuff gets bought, they get like a percentage later on when they come in. Now, I guess this is associated with the barcode and stuff. But I would buy a lot there because a lot of them were $3. And with this date, if it's at a certain point based on this date, like this says January 12th, 2018, if it's like past a certain date of this could be either half off or 80% off. So a lot of times DVDs I would find $1.50, or what was it? If it's 80%, was it 80, 60? I forget. Like 60 cents or so. I can't remember. Or was it 80 some cents? Do you want to say 80 cents? Or 60? I don't know. Less than $1. But this was $3, I think. And I guess someone bought this off Walmart and then never opened it, and then they just sold it. So it says a Walmart sticker for $5.50, while it was $3, and you see it's not opened. And it's not on Blu-ray. So I guess if anyone ever wants to make a good offer, let me know and I can send this to you. Because I could just watch this online. But that's where I watch a lot of movies online, honestly. But I mean, it'd be nice if they did a Blu-ray of this. To see like a better... Well, I guess I haven't seen it, so I can't see it. But I mean, you see stuff online. There are versions of the film online. And I do remember liking this film. I do remember enjoying this movie. It didn't do well when it came out, like I said. You got Ruben Blades in the film. Vincent Gardenia, who I think was in Little Shop of Horrors. Why you call me the Milkman? Because I killed the Milkman. I talked like I walked it, kid. He hears a gunshot, he dives out of the way. But yeah, this I remember being a fun movie. No one really talks about it. That's when they was thinking more of Joe Pesci being a star. Because of the success of Goodfellas, and he got an Oscar, then the success of Home Alone 1 and 2, and then My Cousin Vinny was successful. And then he was in the Lethal Weapon sequels. They were successful. So he was in the box office hits, so they got him to star in a few movies. This one, which didn't do well. The Public Eye, which I never saw. I don't think I ever saw. Where it's like back to the day, and he's a photographer. Going Fishing, which I remember liking, but that was a massive bomb. And then Eight Heads in a Duffel Bag, which I remember not minding for what it is, but I don't think that film did well either. And then, like, not too long after, he retired. I know he came out for The Irishman. But hey, I mean, he wanted to retire, and obviously he made enough money to do so. And hey, yeah. I mean, I liked him as an actor. We'll love to see him in more stuff, but, you know, age out gracefully compared to some of these other guys, maybe that's not a bad thing. So, but yeah, if you've never seen My Cousin Vinny, more popular title, but this one is definitely worth a look for those who've never seen it. So, with that said, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.